Tropical cyclone Alfred is a Category 1 tropical cyclone about 930 kilometres northeast of Cairns over the Coral Sea. Alfred was named as a tropical cyclone on Sunday afternoon and hasn't really moved far since, continuing to be a Category 1 system, and we can see it very clearly on the satellite imagery here. Underneath this broad mass of cloud and thunderstorms, we have got the Category 1 TC at the moment. If you're wondering what the number means, the category of a tropical cyclone is directly related to how strong the winds are, which absolutely whistle around the centre of the tropical cyclone. In the past 24 hours, we haven't seen much intensification. It's still a Category 1 system, which is the lowest of all the categories, but we do expect to see Alfred intensify through the day. Perhaps even later on Monday, it could become a Category 2 tropical cyclone, and then we'll continue to see intensification tomorrow on Tuesday, where we could see a Category 3 tropical cyclone. That's classified as a severe tropical cyclone at that point, meaning the winds are absolutely racing around the centre of Alfred. It is likely to stay several hundred kilometres offshore, probably at least about 700 or so, for the next several days, meaning those strongest winds and most of the rainfall will be out over the open waters of the Coral Sea, but it will still be influencing the coastline. Strong gusty conditions are expected along the Queensland coast, and we've already started to see that, with many places gusting 60 to 70 kilometres an hour. A few showers will impact eastern parts of Queensland this week as well, and we also expect a notable increase in the size of the waves across the east coast, particularly on Thursday and Friday. So if you like to get out on the water, or you live in a low-lying coastal part of Queensland, do keep up to date with your local coastal waters forecast, because some of these waves could be powerful and potentially damaging. If you're not right along the east coast though, we won't see much of an impact from the tropical cyclone here, with a relatively settled week for central Queensland, mostly sunny conditions, just a touch cooler than average, with the wind coming up from the south. Now, what happens beyond Thursday? That's where there's real interest in the system, because there are still a few scenarios which remain possible, including the risk that Tropical Cyclone Alfred veers closer to the Queensland coast late this week, or perhaps more likely during the weekend. It could approach or even cross the coast anywhere from around the Herbert and Lower Burdekin down to the Wide Bay, or potentially even further south. So there are many people throughout eastern Queensland that ought to stay up to date this week with the latest developments and movements of this tropical cyclone. There is also a chance that Alfred just continues on its way southeast, bringing the severe weather down into the Tasman Sea and sparing the worst of those conditions for eastern parts of Queensland. I would like to finish with what we currently see as the most likely track, but of course this could change. We've got the Tropical Cyclone Forecast team working round the clock at the moment, and as they monitor Alfred and its developments, the track will be updated when we get the latest information available. But currently we see it most likely that Alfred tracks almost straight southwards for several days through this week, and then during the weekend just starts to duck a little bit closer to the Queensland coast. So the weekend and early next week is looking to be the key time. I really just want to hammer home that message for the next several days. The best thing you can do is stay up to date with the forecast for this system, and in particular its forecast track map, which can be found on the Tropical Cyclone tab, available from the Bureau of Meteorology website homepage. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good week.